Oh shit, last night you'd think I'd have remembered. What else did I want to talk to you about? I said I used to live here when I went home from my time here, or as Mum likes to call it, Morven's break from reality. I did encounter quite a lot of different kinds of pity. I'd like to share some of them with you tonight, because it lets me show a bit of my acting skills, and there might be an agent. Just hedging bets here, you know. So first type of pity is executive recruited straight out of uni Fringe. We've all got them. Okay. Hi Morven, it's so lovely to see you. I'm sorry we haven't caught up sooner, but I have been so busy with work, it's just insane. I've been put in charge of the whole of Southeast Asia. I know, it's brilliant. We're expanding across the whole sector. Yeah, and the money is amazing, but it's just so much work. And we're spending Christmas in Italy with the Murdochs. Well, we're supposed to be, but old Rupee seems to be in a little bit of trouble lately, doesn't he? Silly thing. Oh, but enough about me. What have you been up to lately? Oh, I'm just temping while I work out what to do next. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll work it out eventually. You always were the clever one. Well, I think we've got an opening in the call centre. You don't mind working nights, do you? Oh, you're single, why would you? That's just ridiculous. So we're not friends anymore, because I stabbed her. It's alright, got off with a warning. Judge was single. Good. Second type of pity, happily married pity. Because I'm not bitter at all. Hi Morven, it's lovely to see you. How's that nice boy you were telling us about last time? Oh, we broke up. Oh, I am so sorry. Are you, seeing anyone at the moment? No. Really? Because Tim's brother John just split up with his wife. You remember him, don't you? The one with the lazy eye, kind of balding, slightly chubby. You remember him. He wears those ties, like the one with the skeletons in the compromising positions. Just your type, I bet. You love comedians. I look over at John as he's regaling the party with another witty anecdote about the last woman he went on a date with, who must have been a lesbian because she didn't rip her knickers off the moment she saw him. And I turn back to my friend and I realise she's calling John over. And I'm about to protest, but I think to myself, well, at least it's not Alex Reid. But yeah, so I think that I'll do the third one. Third pity. Obviously, I told you I hate kids. This one's about blissfully breeding friends. So this is clearly my favourite. Hi Morven, it's great to see you. Aren't my children amazing? They're so beautiful and clever. Andrew, put the cat down. Kitty does not want to be part of the first live hammer throw at the 2012 Olympics. Put the cat down. Good boy. Bet you can't wait to have some of your own. I look at the kids as they systematically destroyed my DVD collection, tortured my cat to such an extent she now lives permanently under the bed and yowls whenever Bob the Builder comes on. Not really, if I'm honest. Oh, I see. A career woman then. Can't imagine sacrificing your own selfish pursuit of happiness for the unconditional love of a child. This just makes me want to smother her with my uterus. But I think, we have gotten to know each other well. I've unfortunately grubbed at you, which I apologise about. I will explain later why. But I would like to share something with you. I'd like to share my favourite activity, my favourite pastime. Stalking. Judge calls it stalking. I say relationship. Semantics. But I do love a good stalk, especially on Facebook. A little creep every now and then. Who doesn't? And Twitter. Clearly made for it. It's called following. It's got to be for it. But I think but stalking used to be a lot harder. I think it's easier for kids today with 140 characters, one-handed on the iPhone. Let's not think about what they're doing with the other hand. But it was a lot harder in my day. You had to buy camouflage gear, night vision goggles and learn to read a map. And I mean, I think that's why so many of us have early onset arthritis in our knees. It's all that crouching in the rain outside people's windows. But last time I said that joke, someone around here said, "Oh, I thought that was going somewhere completely different." I really wanted an insight into their mind. But you know, I do think it's a lot easier for kids today to stalk people. I'd also like to share a little story with you. I was seeing this man a while back. Someone agreed and consented. Amazing. And so about 3 months into the relationship, I started to Google his name. And up come some lovely pictures of him and his wife and their 2 kids, which was great. But I decided to go out to dinner with him anyway because he was paying. And so I said, "It's reasonable, isn't it? Perfectly reasonable, thank you." I love the fact that you nodded there. That was good. So I said halfway through the meal, "Honey, there's been something I've been wanting to talk to you about all evening. Do you love your older son or your younger son more?" Clearly, night ended pretty quickly after that. But I think there's an important lesson in that for all of us. I've certainly taken one away from it. That stalking's really important. It's essential. It's vital for maintaining a healthy relationship. I think because if that man's wife had been doing a little bit more stalking, he probably would have been divorced. I wouldn't have had my heart broken. He wouldn't have made a scene at the restaurant, and I wouldn't have been stuck with 2 tickets to the drag racing, which was not the evening I expected. I thought there were going to be a lot more sequins. Very disappointed. But I also used to be a high school teacher. That's what I said about the teacher's voice. Sorry about that. It does just creep out on me. I was emceeing a gig in Melbourne one night, and that's where prom. And not just because, you know, I'm a jet setter. No, I'm not really. Clearly. No, I was emceeing a gig in Melbourne, and there were these 2 high school kids that had come along with some friends of theirs, and they were probably just 18, and they were chattering away throughout the first act, and I really unleashed the teacher's voice, and I felt so bad about it for the rest of the gig, so I'm very sorry to have grubbed at you. But yeah, I was a teacher. I wasn't very good at it. I was sort of the kind of teacher that new movie by Cameron Diaz was based on, clearly based on me. I did walk into a classroom and I had double Year 10 English first thing on a Monday and say, "Year 10, I have a horrendous hangover, so as long as you're quiet, I don't give a flying fuck what you do." The kids, to their credit, this was a not very nice part of North London, said to me, "That's all right, miss, we understand. Was it the buckfast?" Now, I think this is why we have a problem with teenage binge drinking in this country, people. Teenagers think that buckfast is a legitimate beverage. It's not. Next, you're going to be telling me people are drinking juice squeezed from pineapples. That's just weird. Everyone knows pineapple juice isn't real. It was invented by men to make women swallow. But as a high school teacher, I once decided a really clever thing to do would be to teach a group of 12-year-olds how to tie a jelly snake in a knot with their tongues. That went down so well with the vice principal, but I think I was right there because I think it's important that children have a wide and an open education, like a really well-rounded education. And I really think that teenagers at 18, when they leave school, they should be prepared for every possible eventuality. And let's face it, ladies, when was a flexible tongue ever a downside? I know I always find it to be. But I will leave you on this one little last thing, I think, unless you want to see the jelly snake trick later, which I can still do. And I have taught almost the entire bar stuff, which has been fun. But I will leave you on this thing. I think it's really important in a relationship, which I think we've built here. You know, it might be just me following you back to your hotels, but that's fine. We're building a relationship here, and I think it's really important to be honest and truthful right at the very start. And I'd like to be honest with you and tell you that I lied to you. I'm really sorry about it, and I really hope you can forgive me. I lied to you when I told you my brother's name was Bubba. Some of you may have guessed. One of you at least knows that's not true. But no, his name isn't Bubba because I don't have a brother at all. I actually don't have any siblings. I'm an only child. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, she's an only child. Why did she fly halfway across the world to stand in a darkened room and solicit love and validation from a group of strangers? Why did she do it for 14 nights in a row? I mean, clearly she must get enough love at home. It's really hard, ladies and gentlemen, being an only child, especially when you're still not the favourite. And on that note, I'm going to leave you and bring back Julia to the stage as well. So can we have a cheer for Julia and Kieran and me?
Just like you to quickly clap Morven again because she was really great. I know a few of you have seen it all, a few of the shows that are happening. The next show on is that girl called Nellie White. It's a one-man history of pornography. So if you like porn, which we all do, come in and watch it. It's really interesting and it's funny and you could learn something from it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along tonight and giving up your time to watch this. It's a free show, it's a free festival. If you feel like it's been worth it, there is a bucket outside if you want to put some money in, but it is a free festival, as I said. If you feel like just having a beer, that's fine as well. But I'd like you to give it up for Morven, who did an awesome job tonight. I'd like you to give it up for It's been lovely audience. Yeah, thank you very much for being so lovely. And then, when you're ready, you may leave or stay for the next show. Totally up to you, but we're just going to clean it up a little bit. Thank you so much. Thank you.